up, guys? My name is Juan here in Interiors by RMD Garage. So today we're gonna tell you guys step by step how to make these aluminum trims. You can put them in door panels, center consoles, anywhere you guys like to. So we're gonna show you guys how to take this raw aluminum and actually turn it into nice and polished. So once you put it in the door panel, it has a nice look. It makes your door panel stand out. So it has a very elegant look. So let's get started. So right now I'm working on a cover for the truck. I gotta cut this piece at the right size. Then we're gonna tap it. We're gonna put our screws, sand it down, and make it look nice and smooth. And then we're gonna move on to the buffer. Okay, so right now I'm gonna make sure it's the size, and then we're gonna cut it. Okay, so now that I got the size, then I'm gonna start cutting. Safety and a pair of gloves because this thing is gonna heat up. Okay, so now we got the exact side. Now we're gonna sand down these corners, just to have a nice finish on every edge. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of these corners, angle grinders, just to have a nice finish, make it look nice and smooth. So some polish, it has a nice finish into it. I think that looks good right there. Okay, so now I'm gonna have my, I'm gonna use 220 grit just to get rid of these rough lines. Actually, I'm gonna use 320 grit. Okay, so I'm gonna use 320 grit just to get rid of the lines, the rough lines. So when it's time to polishing, you won't see any lines, any scratches or anything like that. And that should be it right there. So pretty much this is ready to polish. First, we're gonna tap it, put our screws in, and we're gonna move on to the buffer. Okay, so this drill bit is a size 7/64. The perfect size for the screws that we're gonna be using. Okay, so we're just gonna go deep enough. Just enough for the screw to hold. You don't want to go all the way through. You don't want to go through the trim bezel because if you go through, then you already wasted a piece. You got to start all over. Okay, so I'm just gonna make 4. Okay, so
next step.
So now that we have our our holes in, next step is we're gonna put on the screws. So these screws are a size of 632 screws. You can buy these at any warehouse, any hardware store. Okay, you're gonna have grab your screwdriver and start putting your screws in. Let's do the same to all 4 of them. The reason I'm doing this is because this is what's gonna hold the trim onto the panel. We're gonna go right through it, and then we're gonna put some nuts right on the back of it. So right after all the screws are in, we're gonna chop off the head, and we're gonna just sand it down. That way it has a nice and smooth, so if you have any trouble putting on the nuts. Sand on the edges. Okay, there you guys have it. Okay, so now we're gonna make a hose onto the panel. Exact right hose. That's why I marked this line, so you know where exactly you need to make the hole, so and that way you don't have any trouble that you got a hole in the wrong place or whatever. So we're just gonna line this right there. Use a piece of chalk. Just mark the holes. Okay, so now I'm gonna use a bigger drill bit. This is the size of 11/64, just a little bit bigger. So I just like roll side to side just to move it around, just in case it's not centered in the right spot. It's not gonna hurt it anyway.
Alright, so now that you have the hole.
Okay, so now I'm gonna use this Forstner bit just to make a bigger size hole. So when you put the nuts in the back, it'll look nice and flush, and that way it's not touching anything or that got anything sticking out. Just keep it up. You don't wanna too hard on it. Just something like that. Now we're just gonna double check our piece before we move on to the polish. So there you guys have it, just before it's polished, so just make sure that everything is lining up straight. Okay, so now we're going to take it off, we're going to move on to the buffer. Put your gloves on. Just after you're buffing, this thing is going to heat up. Okay. on Transformation Tuesday. Okay, so as you guys can see, there's a difference to where before you had a raw aluminum, now it's nice and polished. So, you know, after this, I'm gonna use this this metal polish. Something about this I like. It gives it an extra shine to it. So I'm just gonna rub it with my finger and then just polish it with my drill. And that should do it. Okay, so now that it's nice and polished, it's time to move on to the next step, which is mounting it, screwing onto the back, and that should be pretty much it. There you go. That's pretty much it. The final result. Okay, so this is the final result for aluminum trim. How to mount these on your door panel, your center consoles, or anything you guys want to put it onto. This is our way of doing it, so it works best for me. There's different ways of doing it, but this is the best result that the same process that I was been using. So. Okay, so thank you guys. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. RMD Garage and RMD